Good morning, second grade. Miss Fogelman here today for your reading lesson. So let's get started with me sharing the screen. Okay. All right, so we have been talking about comparing and contrasting, and we're going to continue that conversation today. Our learning target is I can compare and contrast the most important points presented by two texts on the same topic. Yesterday, we practiced finding things that were alike between two texts about birds. Today, we are going to practice finding the differences. Remember, when you compare and contrast in reading, you are looking for things that are the same or different. So yesterday, we compared two passages, which means we found things that were the same. Today, we're going to contrast, which is finding things that are different. All right, our first passage is called Forest Habitat. In the areas of the world that are not too hot and not too cold, there are temperate forests. The temperatures average 50 to 70 degrees. These areas have large trees with leaves or needles. Deciduous trees have wide, flat leaves that are green during the spring and summer. During the fall, the leaves change color and fall to the ground. In addition, there are also conifer trees in forests. These trees have needles instead of leaves. They stay green year-round, which is where they get their nickname, evergreen trees. The weather in temperate forests change throughout the year, so animals that live there are adaptable. Smaller animals like squirrels and chipmunks gather food and store it for the winter. Bears eat a lot during the other seasons and hibernate during the winter. Wolves and large cats grow thick coats to keep them warm, while deer and many of the birds migrate to warmer places. So the most important point in this passage, it is all about the areas of the world that are not too hot or not too cold. And these are actually called temperate forests. So everything in the passage describes and tells about temperate forests. All right, here is one called grassland habitat. Grasslands are a habitat that can be found in many parts of the world. In fact, they can be found on every continent except Antarctica. These habitats have more rain than deserts, but not enough rain to grow large trees and plants. The main plants are grasses. There are a variety of animals that live in grasslands. Some are grazing animals like deer, antelope, and gazelles. Prairie dogs, mice, ferrets, and rabbits burrow in the ground. Large cats like cheetahs and lions live in the grasslands of Africa. The weather changes in grasslands depending on the seasons. Summer temperatures can be over 100 degrees. Wow, that's pretty hot. While winter temperatures can be negative 40 degrees. That's a big difference. The animals have to adapt to these changes in order to survive. The grasses in this habitat can die for several reasons. Winter brings cold weather, drought, or too little rainfall, and sometimes even fires will damage or kill the grasses. So the most important topic in this text are grasslands. And throughout the entire text, it talks about how the characteristics of grasslands and what kind of animals live there, the temperatures in the grasslands. These are all supporting details to grasslands. So if I think about these two, forest habitat was all about temperate forests, which means that the temperatures average between 50 and 70 degrees. Whereas the grassland habitat was all about grasslands, which have temperatures that are from 100 degrees to negative 40 degrees. So the temperatures in each of these is a big way that they're different. Another way that they're different, if you look here, it says that they stay green year round. They have evergreen trees, which are very large trees. But in the grassland, it says that they never get enough rain to really grow tall trees. So that's another way these two passages are different. Also, the types of animals that live in each of these places is different also. Now that we have practiced finding similarities and differences between two texts, we are going to practice finding both tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to be going over two types of recipes and then answering questions about them. Okay, all right, everyone, have a great day.